Alrighty, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is part two of your brake replacement. Like I promised, I said we're going to be doing the rear brakes as soon as possible. I was able to get all the parts that I needed to replace the rear brake pads. So that's what we're going to be doing today. If you're a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing. If you're not a subscriber, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, like the video if you like the video. Don't forget to turn on your push notifications so you can always get notifications whenever I post a video. Before we go ahead for today's video, I'm gonna share a comment with you guys from one of the guys on the forum. It's regarding the front brakes on how to push the pistons properly inside without actually struggling with them. Not that it was a struggle when I was doing mine, but I just wanted to share the comment with you guys of what I heard. Alrighty, so I'm gonna read this from my phone real quick. Okay, so this was from D15B7. Not sure what this guy is, but that's his username. He said, only thing I'll add is when you're getting ready to push the pistons back, put a short length of vacuum hose on the brake bleeder and put the other in the small Gatorade bottle, then crack the brake bleeder open slightly. This makes it super easy to push the pistons back. The other one won't try to pop back out. Plus it pushes the older brake fluid into the bottle instead of back up towards the master cylinder and the ABS pump, which isn't good for them. So essentially, like I mentioned earlier in the video, I've seen some people try to bleed the brakes to make it easier pushing the pistons back. You don't have to, but that's also another way that you can do it is, you know, kind of just let that little excess come out, and it just makes the pistons super easy to push out. So just wanted to share that with you guys. I thought that was a good comment. It wasn't on the channel, it was on the forum, so kind of wanted to make sure everyone has that as well. I believe there is also another comment regarding the front brakes on my channel itself. I am yet to get to it, but I will get to it as well. But today, like I said, we're going to be doing the rear brakes, and I will be taking you guys step by step on how to do this. So alrighty, so step number one, you need to buy this, I don't even know how you say it, ATEL, something like that. So basically what this does is, it basically like disables the, what is it even called? The actuators in the electronic brake system, and it lets them lock in place. Instead of having to like remove the actuators, this basically like electronically disables them and just locks them in place for you. And you can just change your rear brake pads just like you would on any other car that doesn't have electronic braking system. So yes, you will get this item first. And then the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna go to the app store, and then you're gonna download the app. And after you download the app, then you will go into your car, and then you're gonna plug this into your OBD2 reader, where it is in your car. I'm gonna show you where that is in a second. You will plug that in, put your car in ignition status, not turn it on all the way, kind of like if you're about to flash your ECU or something like that. It's the mode you put it in, and then you basically select the maintenance option on your phone, and it disables the actuator. The only caveat to that is you have to make sure that the rear brakes are not engaged while you turn that off, so the actuators can actually retract and stay in place. So I'm gonna download the app really quick on my phone, and then I will be right back. Oh, and of course, those are the rear brake pads from their OEM. So alrighty guys, so there are so many versions of this thing on here when you type in AP200 on the App Store, but we are trying to get this one. So I don't know if you guys can see that. And I hit get, and yeah. Alrighty guys, so I just opened the box, and this actually came with instructions. I didn't know that it did, but I just opened the box and it comes with instructions on how to actually use the device. So once again, use this QR code to, you know, take you directly to the app, or you can just go in the App Store and type in AP200, and it's gonna pop up the correct one. And the next step after that is open it, register just like every other app, and then you want to connect this particular device that you have to the app, so like it knows, you know, what it is. And so there is a QR code on the side right here. That's the QR code that you're gonna scan to actually for the app to identify this is the particular device that it's gonna always detect. So that's how you pair the device, and that's really it. So this thing cost, I'm gonna put the link at the bottom, but it cost about 60, 62 or $63 from Amazon. It is free after you buy, you know, to use it and stuff. However, you can only use it on like one make at a time. So say you have three Hondas, right? You can use it on all of your Hondas. If you have like a Honda and a Ford, you would have to pay $29.99 or something like that every year to be able to use it on your Ford as well. At that point in time, I'll probably just get another one, to be honest, because when you pay $29.99 twice, it's almost the price of buying this all the one by itself. So, but once again, depending on how many cars you have, depending on what your budget is looking like, figure out what option works for you best. So I'm gonna go ahead and create my account and link this stuff to it real quick, and then I'll be back. Alrighty guys, so I did scan the QR code and it just automatically popped up on there. Once again, it's the QR code on the device itself. And then you hit bind, and binding succeeded. And so the option that you want to use when you're trying to disable the actuators, it's service. It's gonna say no thing found because I haven't plugged it into the OBD2 reader, but I just kind of wanted to show you guys that real quick. And then now that we have that, we're gonna go in the car and then plug this in the car, disable the actuators, and we're gonna get to actually taking out the pads itself. Alrighty guys, so here is where your OBD2 reader is. Typically under kind of like the dash for almost every car. I'm unplugging this because this is for my Flash Pro, so I gotta unplug that, and then I'm gonna plug this inside. It only goes in one way, so I just kind of turn it back around. There we go. Once that green light is on, and I don't even know if you guys can tell if the light is on or not, but there's a green light that comes on, shows that it's plugged. And then you come in the car, push the start button twice.
Uniden.
Yeah.
X-band.
You guys can kind of
K-band.
disregard it.
K-A-band. Laser.
Alright, I just turned that off. Okay, so now that we have
GPS connected.
Oh my god. Okay, sorry, that's my detector. So I'm gonna go back in the app right now. Okay guys, so update. Damn, this took me a minute to figure it out, but we are at the service page. So whenever you first install the app, correct, you plug your stuff to the OBD2 reader, you would go to this VCI connection. You want to make sure it shows that it's connected. So basically what you do is when you plug it into your OBD2 reader, you will go to your Bluetooth settings and connect to this thing. This is usually what it's named as on your Bluetooth settings on your phone. And then after you do that, then you're gonna go to the mall right here, and you could just search for Honda. Excuse my language. If you just search for Honda, you click on Honda. That's how you get your free software. And then it does its little thing, like it would like update, spin, do a lot of crap, and when it's done, then you can click on diagnostics and make sure like the Honda is showing on there. You also click on that to kind of like do its little thing. It's gonna prompt you to like download another app. You don't have to. And so when that is done, then you can come down to service, and it would show what you need on here. So we will be using this option, the EPB option. I'm gonna select Honda again. And once again, you're not turning on your car like completely. You're just doing that. So it needs to read the VIN. So I just click on read, and then USA shows what year, make, model of your car. Say save. I just hit save. It says whatever file that is. And then you hit done. And then go back to home. Okay. And then I'm gonna click on that again. USA. Okay, so it's finally done. Goes into brake pad maintenance mode. Man, this is just too much. And then you would say enter brake pad maintenance mode. Remember, make sure that your parking brake is not engaged and all the good stuff. And you would say okay. Y'all can hear that? I don't know if you guys can hear it. So you can kind of like hear the actuators like going off. So, alright, transition to pad exchange mode has been completed. Perform rear brake pad maintenance. When the pad maintenance is complete, you must return to normal mode in order to return the pad to the original position. Yikes. And you just hit back to normal mode when you're done. So, alright, now we can go ahead and start taking out the doggone brake pads. Okay guys, so here we are. One more thing that I forgot to mention was open your brake fluid reservoir, just so you can relieve some of the pressure off the pistons before you take them out. But basically this is where we're at right now. You could use a plier to kind of get these out. Just be careful to not chip the paint. I think I'm just gonna use a flathead. Alrighty guys, so my camera died while I was doing the other side, so I just went ahead and completed the driver's side, and now we are on the passenger side. So first thing you want to do is I use the flathead to get this out, so I will be using the flathead for this, not a plier, because I was scared the plier was gonna cut this in half. And then there are two bolts. These two bolts, they are right here in the back. I don't know if you guys can see it. If you take out this cover right here, this cover, and then it's a 7mm hexagon tool, and these are the two bolts holding the caliper bracket in place. And that's really it. So first thing I'm gonna do is, as you guys know, clean all of this debris off, make it nice and shiny again, and then we get taking out the bolts, take out the pads, and we'll be good to go. So alrighty guys, as you guys can see, the red is now being restored. Glory be to God. Alright, so just gonna get to taking out this little hexagon screw back here. Now this one is a little bit tricky. The one on top is just because of this. It's not a hard screw, as you guys can see. The main thing is just making sure you have the right size and the right socket for it. And then you just kind of pinch that brake line pad, the brake line backwards a little bit, so you can actually get in there. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do the one at the bottom right now. There we go. And don't forget to put these caps back when you're done. As you guys can see, it should not be hard. If it is hard, then it means, you know, whoever changed your brakes previously probably just put on a little too snug. It's supposed to be snug, but not too snug to where you struggle to get it out. So okay. think it should be out now. There we go. Okay. Alright, so now that that is out, like I said, use a fly head for this, or you could probably use your hand if you're strong enough. Careful to not chip the paint. There we go. And this one just comes out. Alright, and now we are free to remove the caliper, as long as you make sure that screw is back inside, right there. There we go. There we go. Alright, and there is your brake cylinder right there. It's got a pretty decent amount of weight to it. That's because of the actuator that's sitting right in the back over here. So, but yeah, just kind of sit that to the side over here. These are the old brake pads. I would not recommend letting your brake pads be this flat before you change them. I didn't realize how much they were worn out before this, so highly recommend not letting them get to this level. This is almost metal to metal, basically. There are the new ones to these. If you look at these, how they are, I don't know if you guys can see them. So yeah, the difference is quite obvious. Alrighty guys, so here are the pads like I showed you guys, and kind of sit this back on top. Make sure the one with the little metal is in the back behind the piston. That's what kind of makes the noise when your brake pads are about to die out. So now, as you guys can see, the piston needs to be retracted. So for that, I have a tool that I use. Where is it at? Alright, so here is the caliper tool, and basically what I do is place the old brake pad on the piston right here, which is almost like the piston is gonna do on the brake pad, and then you slide this in. I hope you guys can see this. Just loosen this so it goes in all the way. Alright. Okay, there we go. Put this in just like that. I highly recommend this tool just because it's so easy, and it's gonna come in handy like for lots. I've used this thing on my brake jobs like so many times, so the price doesn't really matter. It's not that expensive from AutoZone either, so I can't remember how much I paid for it, but I used this when I first changed them. So alright, there we go, just like that. And then you just start tightening it, and it starts pushing the piston back. You want to do it gently, so you're not pushing too much pressure back into the master cylinder, and hopefully use a turkey baster to get some of the fluid out. But you would almost have to retract this all the way for the pads to fit. So, but yeah, as you guys can see, I'm doing it slowly. If you kind of put your thumb here, you can kind of feel it go down just a little bit, and eventually it's just gonna lock to like the point where the piston is pushed in all the way. So keep going gently, gently. Alright, now I think it's just all the way. So just loosen this out, take this out, take this out. As you guys can see, it's flat, and now it should fit going back on there. No hassle. Hold on. it's not going in, and it means the piston still needs to go inside a little bit more. So do that and that. All right, and then just tighten down. Keep going. Keep going. I can still feel it going down. And now it's pushed in all the way. So there we go. I know it seems like just that little bit, you would think it doesn't make a lot of difference, but it actually does. So alrighty. So here we are. This is back. Put that back in there. So let's set that. And then push this brake line down. Okay, that is done. Oh, there we go. And then to the other side, push this back in. All right, and then it's tight. Don't forget to replace the covers. Put the covers back, and that's your brake job. It's all done. It's gonna be a little loose right here, but when you get in your car and you push the brakes, it should let the pistons come back out. And then the last part is to put this back in here, and then just like that, nice and snug, and we're all set to put the wheel back on. So that is how you change your brake pads in a nutshell. Bang. Alrighty guys, as you guys can see, the maintenance is complete. There is a reason I pulled the car all the way over there, is because I don't want it to be on the slope, because the rear brakes weren't engaged. So if you have a slopey garage, probably try to get like a flat surface, as flat as you can, and just walk around it. But really, that is the end of the video, guys. I appreciate you guys for watching today. If you got any questions or comment, please feel free to leave them below. I think I covered everything as far as the rear brakes are concerned. It's super easy if you get that little toolkit to like disable the actuators. That way you're not having issues and whatnot. And then when you're done, don't forget to put the car back to normal mode. Once again, don't forget to put the car back to normal mode using the app. Other than that, don't forget to like and subscribe, turn on push notifications. I will see you guys next video.